Hello, my amazing artist. Today we are drawing a self-portrait. You are going to start in a pencil, and you've got your pencil basket with all your great big erasers. So if you don't have an eraser on the end, that's okay. Just grab a pencil, make sure you have an eraser nearby. You're going to hold your paper vertical, the portrait way, so it's long on the sides and short on the top and bottom. I'm going to start by drawing in a Sharpie because if I drew in a pencil, you wouldn't be able to see it very well on camera. Next to me, I've got my instruction paper, so I can follow the instructions and go exactly the pace I need to go to draw my best self-portrait. I've got all these examples as well of different kinds of faces and different kinds of expressions I can put on my face. Let's see, what is step one? Step one is to draw the U for the face. So when I draw my U, I want to draw it kind of in the middle, but maybe a little bit up towards the top of my paper. Not super duper close. You could put your hand at the top of the paper to figure out where your kind of starting point is. So I'm going to start here, and I'm going to make it a big U because I want it to take up a lot of my paper. Great. I've got my U shape ready to go. Next step, I'm going to add my ears, neck, and shoulders. Make sure your neck isn't super skinny tiny. It needs to support your whole head. So I'm going to make two kind of curvy lines coming down, and I'm going to add my ears. And I'm not going to add them way up here. They're going to be kind of, in the middle. I'm going to make two very skinny kind of C shapes for that. It's okay if they're not exactly the same. Next thing you're going to do is add your forehead hairline. So where does your hair kind of come over your forehead? Does it part kind of in the middle so you have your hair down by your shoulders, or is it pulled back in a ponytail? Do you have shorter hair or bangs where you have a zigzag line on your forehead? Let's draw that now. I'm going to draw as if my hair is down. So I'm going to draw a triangle, and I'm going to draw it, let's see, kind of on the side here. Great. It looks kind of silly to start with. And then I'm going to also draw my neckline down here. So I'm going to draw a scoop. Can you see that? And then I'm also going to draw two shoulders. So up and down, up and down. I don't want my shoulders to come up towards my ears, right? Just a gentle curve. You could draw a V-neck too if you have that kind of shirt on. The next thing I need to do is add my hair. Step 4. So I'm going to draw the hair around my head. So I know my hair is pretty big, and it kind of comes down from my head like this. And I'm going to just draw a bunch of lines to help represent my hair coming down. Okay, great. I think that's a good start. You could also add more fun details, like if you want to add a hair clip, if you wanted to add a headband. I know I wear a lot of headbands. You could draw that in right now. Number 5, let's see. I'm going to draw my eyes and nose. And this says draw nose halfway from eyes to chin. So I'm going to draw my eyes kind of at the top of where my ears are. I don't want my eyes way up in my hair or way down by my mouth. I want them kind of here in the middle. And I'm looking at my example paper. There's lots of different kinds of eyes I like to draw. I like the winking. That's pretty fun. I don't know. Maybe I'll draw, I like how her eyes look. Let's try those ones. So I'm going to draw a curving line and then just a pupil. So let's see. Curving line and a pupil. Maybe I'm looking over here. Curving line, kind of the same size, and a pupil. Remember, you're going to be using a pencil, so if you make a mistake, no big deal. You can just erase it and try it again. Remember to draw light until you get it right. If you are drawing super firm and hard with your pencil and then you go to erase it, it's still going to have that ghost line. So nice and light, you can just barely see it, and then you can erase it really easily. All right, I've got my eyes. Maybe I'll draw my nose now. Again, lots of different kinds of noses. I see some that are just curvy lines. I see some that come down and then curve at the very bottom. I think I'll try that. I'm going to draw one that comes down and then curves like that. Nice. Now let's see, I'm gonna add some eyelashes just because I feel like it. You don't have to. And oh yeah, I need some eyebrows. You can draw eyebrows that are simple lines. You can add some smaller lines to make it look more detailed. Looks a little more realistic. Let's see, what's my last step? Draw a mouth and add more details. So I'm trying to make this look like me. Let's see, I would like to have a happy face on. So I'm gonna draw a curvy line closer to my nose and then a wider curvy line down here. Let's give me some teeth. I try really hard to brush my teeth twice a day, so I've got nice teeth. And I can maybe add, let's see, some bottom teeth. Oh man, that's a serious smile. Very nice. I like to wear lots of fun earrings, so maybe I'll draw some fun earrings on myself. Let's see, these ones will be clouds. Or maybe that's a flower. There we go, nice, amazing. I'm going to continue to add a few more details to my artwork. Okay, I think I'm all done with my self-portrait for today. When you are finished with your pencil, don't forget to trace it in Sharpie. Then take that eraser and go through and erase any extra pencil lines that you don't need. All right, good luck, my amazing artists.